family una kuche una kabo. Me na Mahmoud Kanu, known as TK Mahmoud from Konigen, commonly called Saloma no Fool. Of course, welcome to SLD TV, Sierra Leone Diaspora Television, and with the great program called Saloma no Fool. Saloma no Fool na a awareness program, a sensitization program ready for motivate Sierra Leoneans and wake up the sleeping inborn intelligence globally. This great program known worldwide for in common sense analysis wey they do on hot topics them as well as burning issues them where they make news around the social media. The family Saloma no Fool don extend in wings by spreading certain connections them for make this television station when a SLD TV come into broad daylight, because this great program when a Saloma no Fool where they exist under SLD TV get some critical analysis them and some vital information them where they can always share. Mind you, this television station they also for promote salon activities them, events them, programs them, so you can always get that opportunity for contact this television station if you want to promote your business, if you want to promote your activities, your management, and things away if you see the dunya or the world for know about SLD TV they make for you possible. Of course, we always celebrate birthdays them also. If you want your birthday also be celebrated. My family just like what I write up and therefore telling us say this program today not just based on random topics them, and indeed random topics there more for talk what's like the African, and we get with Queen J when are the boss lady when self they make very important contribution towards Sierra Leoneans them and Salon communities them by bold enough for come out and speak about good governance. Of course, from your side, the Queen J are the youngest female human rights activists or where they advocate for good governance. Of course, we therefore extend also for discuss about the KOYA election where they come, and we all know say APC, of course KOYA na red CHIEFDOM na APC CHIEFDOM. So no matter what you get for happen, APC candidates that in get for win the KOYA votes them. Even the SLP themselves know that. So my family Sierra Leone Diaspora Television now under the actually host this new program we are called Saloma no Fool. As we all know, election preparations are there on the way. Things and they will get for begin the talk, but there are certain things and they will we need for unfold, and indeed we get forget panelists them, analysts them, of course certain events or certain situations, certain things them where they go on we need proper analysts them for can do, and this television station will provide that one they all. So my family as we all don't see SLD TV that you station we get for make use of, because so we they speak nothing but the truth and we they discuss issues them, we they point out on issues them, and now you go able get the real breakdown for any situation when it comes to common sense analysis. So my family, as the topic don't clear, I would like for start with the African and topic where it hits the social media. People just they think about which kind of politics where African they play. African not even resign it from the APC, you know, even declare for the SLPP. So which politics where African they play in this modern, days of our political history? And I believe see this particular politics where they play. So right now, when you think about the African, they think about the Victor Fo, the major player them from the APC, where they play right now for the SLPP, we not even declare for themselves, because we know say the Victor Fo him be don't make a clear say he don't resign from salon politics, but anytime wey a political party call am need am for advice, e dey there for them. So im bin don make that one dey clear. But when we check the Alpha Khan on side, we just see Intianda, this a pulling, the pulling. They go and sing that television, hear the station say, if you get two girlfriend, if you want hate you, wetin for no party the language, of course, me na team the proud team the boy picking from KOYA CHIEFDOM, where I understand the language very well. So that one they make Alpha Khan, his own politics they don't play. I really sometimes they sit down they laugh because Alpha Khan now everybody they say like a old or toothless viper. It is strike but poisonous again, because the same Alpha Khan will be tell the SNPP say he go drink the like tea, he unseat them after Pakaba in time, will be promising the parliament, he do and he talk a lot of good things about the APC by then and cry down the SNPP. So the same Alpha Khan now they say now to a mat, Tonagi revenge. Of course, now the politics for me say we own big brother, we own uncle from Potloko district, they can play right now. Even though bold enough for declare it, but we still go take them for you watch them. And then for do nothing towards salon political decency, because right now when we look what salon political decency, of course we know say Alpha Khan right now are one of the people we don't dirty the salon politics, and he not only dirty but he set also a footprint when a dirty one also. And even the naive government within a power, the paranoid government within a power, because of Alpha Khan and caliber, that kind of people they always they feel say anti-corruption, we no need for let you go after Alpha Khan, because if you go after Alpha Khan will able to see three again, so that paranoia, that panic, that inferiority, of course they to the sitting government right now, because the city government always they look for people where they feel say this person get voice and I get voice and that, even though that person will don't go against the own manifesto they be don't set for fight against corruption, as that person they can upscale with them, therefore they will forget about that person. These are the bad precedents they will not say salon politics. I believe say a few months ago we see a lot of students we graduate from the law school, and this now it will be a very big challenge for them when they come to politics, on how they get for see salon politics. And the youth them also were interested by politics for make them safe land, forget a good part when it comes to salon politics. Now I want to start proper with the Alpha Khan. Of course, Alpha Khan we all know who say first a begin work in foods like me, so women are possibly they follow the salon politics. Alpha Khan don't be one of the advisor to Dr. Anas Bakoma. By then he don't be Minister of Mines, he don't be Minister of this, he don't hold top positions them during and before the APC. Even now he hold a very important position where now the Minister for the Northwest. But by then inside the APC, the position where Alpha Khan be hold, and when they make a convention for get a flag bearer for the APC, Alpha Khan himself defeat himself by stoop solo, call himself the apprentice. Obviously Alpha Khan he begin kill his own position or for rule a government, because like me so Salomon of fool, maybe they expect Alpha Khan for come up with a slogan for say, hey, now the coach dinner, the coach will be the coach a player. Now the coach safe. Now he don't decide now for very best, because you don't see say the player when coach, the player now a good player. So in the coach now already for take over the pitch. Because in politics, people get for see the steps the way you grow, the heights the way the first for reach, or the heights where you don't reach. If you Alpha Khan by then you don't get most of them position that you don't go say you don't advise the president, then at the end of the day you stoop solo again by calling yourself the apprentice, because you want to talk the president by then forget certain position. Now they Alpha Khan begin weaken the foundation of a political strength, because in politics e no for defeat himself before the game dey start. So by calling himself the apprentice when he don advise the president by then, and now he can call himself the apprentice, make Salon people dem they not believe am, they not trust am. If you don't advise somebody, you don't become advisor, and at the end of the day you can't tell the people that say you na apprentice for that person wey advice. So which means you not be capable enough for that particular position there, or the wrong thing that wey the man be dey do, na you be the advisor because you na be apprentice. You know, I be dey expect some serious wetin sef, serious political things from Alpha Khan, but when you not do a defeat himself, still go to the convention, and the convention, of course, we see the one match now way Alpha Khan dey do because you don't give am the flag bearer, and another one name be what, and then they cancel, and the way they can say the table can turn around, na so it can always be. Of course, the misfortune today for Alpha Khan, now the talk or the message where lawyer Seri Kamal be don left. Then statement said the lawyer Seri Kamal not dey like today, but in what sense still they live, and in what step we don't see the behavior of Alpha Khan. Lawyer Seri Kamal talk am. Of course, the Alpha Khan by then, the editorial, the other people they gather themselves for fight. You know, start a process for make them give and it's by Koroma. And they fed Seri Kamal by them for give Anes by Koroma in the hope of Anes by Koroma go give Alpha Khan later in return. This naturally happened at Potloko. So when Alpha Khan don't go on the rampage, we need for come out and try for put things straight, for make things go through. Not to foresee Alpha Khan the revenge or the politics where they play today, na any clean politics or na any politics where they favor the SLPP or President Madabio. No, Alpha Khan na in grievances in the pool, and second na Akede Panfeta. This na fact. Lawyer Seri Kamal e Ake na in the first Alpha Khan dey like today, we don't become a loose cannon, you know, for try for use all kind weapon we get for revenge against Anes by Koroma. Not so APC Alpha Khan the revenge or no. Alpha Khan himself in his own word, he talk am. He say APC was formed, you know, by 14 people then, and 7 of them 14 people are we form the APC now from Potloko district. So he no go ever kill the APC. And this now oath way Alpha Khan be don't take to himself. Say the APC was formed by 17 people, and now he make the symbol of the APC the rising sun. If they see there arrows the waypoints, each and every arrow represents one member we from the APC from all walks of life. You be not leader or politician or academician, from all walks of life. Now they come together and form the APC. So each and every arrow from the symbol of the APC, that's that particular Sunday, their arrows that will go up, so they represent one member where they part of the forming of the APC. So if we check them, their arrows and they now 14, and inside the 14 and they 7 come out from the Potloko district, the people away from the APC. So on that note, Alpha Khan don't make that promise. They say he no go ever kill the APC, and he still stick to them. All what they see Alpha Khan they do so right now. Now the Anes by Koroma, what in think say Anes by Koroma betrayal. Now the revenge in the revenge, because whether they be don't talk and a corner say, but after you and me, now we go fetch Seri Kamal for give you this position. When you don't get this position, later you go give me. But I think say the appointment no go favor Alpha Khan to the way they be don put this appointment. And one way or the other, they see Alexei back saying na Ake na in case Alpha Khan. Of course, lawyer Seri Kamal, in words them, they can't repeat them. In order they like today, but it was still alive. Alpha Khan they ever go that side because he know the betrayal, what the cabal they form for betrayal lawyer Seri Kamal and give Anes by Koma by then the flag bearer. So now Anes by Koma now don't care, build the ball on top of it. Alpha Khan don't vex. So Alpha Khan now they use all kind of weapon, for fight against Anes by Koma. But it's too late. Anes by Koma one, he don't go to the Guinness Book of Record. He don't become a president for 2 terms, democratically elected president. So now one of the thing and now they get cross away Anes by Koma don't set to officially Alpha Khan no go ever able set because of greed. Greed. This fet for your own person, support other person, expecting that person will give you later aid, so that person not give you. Of course, I understand the pain. I understand Alpha Khan in pain where they go through and the concern, but at the same time, we want to also make Alpha Khan understand, say, instead we don't betray somebody, we not lawyer Seri Kamal. Instead we don't betray her. But lawyer Seri Kamal not dey like today for come up and talk with it. But in what statement will be left? Say, hey, this man owner all the gang up so against me. Forgive this man power. This man get for make una cry later. And indeed, it happened. Now it make no matter what happen, Alpha Khan no go ever go to lawyer Seri Kamal. The late lawyer Seri Kamal in statements during the terror they be the fete na Potloko for give the APC flag bearer. They all rally behind Anes by Koma and yeah. So inside Potloko now, the Alpha Khan of course in which by that time they be there with the other people there. They all gang up against lawyer Seri Kamal. And Seri Kamal know they like today, just like how they talk and watch them, then they alive. So if Alpha Khan feel betrayed by Anes by Koma, Alpha Khan say for things say instead we don't betray lawyer Seri Kamal for the same Anes by Koma. So now this the cookie always they say thief God laugh. Now end the happen also with Alpha Khan. So we understand the wildcat behavior of Alpha Khan towards Anes by Koma, because now posse, just like what they say, we posse cry for your own net and money ask her what to make your eyes swell, a painful. But this natonagi, natonagi na happen. If you don't betray lawyer Seri Kamal, Anes by Koma can betray you. And if you see we big brother, we uncle, we papa, we not Dr. Alpha Khan for instead for just go on the rampage, the fight against Anes by Koma because not so APC the fight. Now Anes by Koma in the fight. So if you listen to Alpha Khan in WhatsApp, you heard your interview, the statements there. Now in end, Anes by Koma get problem. Not to hear the APC because the APC itself, the stronghold for the APC. Na Potloko. Now they then pull the flag bearer, they give Anes by Koma. And now they with that flag bearer come on, now they APC win election. So whether we like it or not, we know say Potloko, now they did the pull leader. And by then Alpha Khan in fight against Seri Kamal, they gang up against Seri Kamal, forgive Anes by Koma. And make appointments say after Anes by Koma now in the Alpha Khan. But these appointments don't work, so you not go to Anes by Koma. Instead we don't get your other plan because once we are always they talk. When somebody they can't converse to you about that other person, and this person they can't converse to me so about another person, me they get that feeling they say this same person. Now so if they go Congo Sami back to that same person there. So I need to be careful with that person there. Of course now the precaution measures then and the way and it's bichromatic, because the way you see African play, rally, talk to other people for fight against Seri Kama for give any honest bichroma, and honest bichroma know exactly say African get man do the same thing to am. So before African they do the same to am, in don set a precedent for straight. So all this now way African they go and do so, they go and behave, they go and jump. We know say na our maths, na vexation, na retaliation, na just tonagi. But the tonagi no get weight, because the person wey dey first for tonagi, that person don be president already. E don reach at the highest table. African they just dey put under from one place to another, and within that same OT day, it just can be say this back now a very big slap to the SLPP them, we say they no want make corruption become fashionable na salon. So then they fight corruption with all necessary means. But now we don't see the African where they don't give position. We don't see the I call them Victor Fo where they help also for going campaign around with them. So there's same people that they don't believe say that are one of the corrupt people when it comes to salon politics. But just because some people had the rub skin within the President's Bureau and the SLPP, the ACC, they need to go after them. The ACC need to look, they say they don't worry about it because hey, this is one of way. So this now so the ACC then they fight corruption. You the part of them, even though you are the most corrupt, they need to ever go after you. But whenever you corrupt, you support them, they need to ever go after you. If you not support them, even though you're not corrupt, they must fair way for give you case. One, for silence you. Two, maybe for make you not be any active politician. So now so the SLPP they operate. So now the SLPP understand say they don't make corruption become fast and fashionable. Now they don't make corruption don't become a role model in the country, because the behavior where they don't put on. If any person will corrupt in a salon, you join the SLPP, you declare for the SLPP, the ACC need to ever go behind you. They need to ever go after you. They need to ever hunt you down. And the one day when they oppose them, now they fight for get cartoon, now they fight for get case. So that one don't make the SLPP don't feel woefully in fighting against corruption. This is the honest truth. So my family them, I don't come on at the African side, make a check to be one of the female, vibrant female at the social media, and this now one of the youngest female Sierra Leonean women don't know for say the advocates for good governance, and now one of the youngest female human rights activists them where they hit the social media very hard with authentic proofs them. You know the only kind of social media because you want to talk. They always they come and put proof them and even challenge whosoever want the debunk, let the person come with proof. This person now Queen J. Queen J, of course, for the last few months, it don't hit the social media very hard. It don't come at the social media with tough issues them way it figure out where they point at, and this not they go that well with the SLPP supporters them, because they see say maybe Queen J, you know, before it be there with them, now it's hard on them, so they try for fair way maybe for shut them up, and the one of the means that they use, they go look for a video when a semi-polo like, you know, video where the person where they put that semi-polo video, it look like Queen J. So they use her now for Chinese the girl in character, they use her for maybe silence the guy because the girl they count tough issues them where they not get proof or the neighbor counter attack. So the only way dem fit say for short Queen J down na for hit am hard with dem kind look-alike semi-porno video dem dey say na Queen J. But like we within the media, we don dey edit videos dem, we don dey see how videos wetin sef dem compare paste or look-alike, we able detect dem. So on no side, when I see that video dey, I automatically know say this na look-alike, because the people don be dey talk say Queen J na this you do na Instagram, na this you do na TikTok. Una come on the TikTok video wey Queen J do am, no way. This video dem open, the video get even the write at itself the location outside the video comot. So when it trace the video, they finally know say this na just look-alike. They wan just Chinese the girl in character, or perhaps they wan shut am up because they get that weakness dey in them. They not believe say possible for attack them with issue like Queen J. This for me, I not say I say na any gender bully. I just say na paranoid. Most of them supporters dey paranoid. They feel inferior, the insecurity in them when it comes to addressing issue wey they not get no knowledge of, they not get no idea of, and they not feel say therefore able challenge that young lady, the Queen J, on their issue. So they decide for dirty am, paint am black, do all kind way, Of course, this not so today habit from Sierra Leoneans them. This na a habit we don dey, in most Sierra Leoneans them. They do the same thing to our wey we go stand for Sierra Leone model. This same girl they go look for a look-alike video where the person are from South Africa. Just because they look alike here, they go take a group, now they begin to scatter the video. But thanks to God, social media no dey lie, they able to detect am fast, and we no say no to our, we put am out there, we say no to him. This a look alike. They left today, the girl don happily married to one of the most popular Sierra Leonean when I promoter also, when I Kabaka, they get 5 pikin, they live happily, married happily. That makes some of we can calm at the social media for those some of them minor correction there, because people that will not understand, they go take a this or they work out around. Hey, Queen J, they go and make some social media, where they go and talk, where they hit on SPP, where they come up with issue, look in porno video, we go make, or look in this, look in that. This is crazy. If you know say you don't get anything for couch on the table, not talk. Allow people that will no issue, may they identify the issue. May they, which is if you get any objection to that, come with your own proof, because Queen J always presents your proof. They give you references there for do your research. This is the good thing about Queen J in your social media, the way they operate. But some of you are not able to understand that particular side. All what you are able to understand, now for make the policy, defame am, come after am, talk all kind with itself. This is not get for help now. Of course, Queen J now possibly will get thick skin. Me they tell you now, and possibly I don't talk with, and I possibly will get thick skin, and possibly be say this behavior una they put on, so una with noisy neighbor them where they go and make talk they had that say this and that. Now una get this habit, una need for no say all this way to do so, una no able to bring her down. Of course, Queen J, he believe in what he believe in, and he stand on what he believe in. This na the Iron Lady we know about, where I tell you about. So that one day when I get for accept reality there. Coming to the KOYA election, we get for take place on the 26th of this month. When I get for understand say KOYA CHIEFDOM, Potloko district, KOYA CHIEFDOM na APC zone. This na factor they tell you now. This na reality they tell you now. Even the core SL people they know say KOYA CHIEFDOM is APC. Of course, in Denka way, for democratic and safe and transparency. They just get for make elections and everybody open to campaign. But the reality here is 110% KOYA is for the APC, All People Congress. You dey see we own big brother, we own papa, we own uncle wey na Dr. Alpha Khan, when he dey talk about the other chiefdom dem na Potloko, and no dey ever call KOYA dey, because he know within himself 110% say KOYA chiefdom is for APC. So the election wey for take place on the 26th of March, the MP election, we know say na KOYA get for win dey, and the person wey dey win for the APC na Oyi Isa Kurma. And Oyi, to be honest, na a gentleman wey dey work very hard for that chiefdom dey. Na man wey don plant trees na 2 acre land dem for feed the KOYA people dem. Na man wey don invest on the youth dem by buying okada for make them people that are able to get a livelihood for themselves, a good lifestyle for themselves. Because when somebody no work, you know they get a good lifestyle, or the life, the behavior and behavior they able to. And one way or the other also, they limit trouble, thief, idleness, because they believe say when you engage the youth them, something more progress for their life. You don't help a whole community, you don't help a whole district, you help a whole chiefdom. Because then same youth man dey, if they're for the that idleness, some of them are there for the sinner per push, per maybe arm robbery, them bad thing there. But thanks to God, or he himself see them reason now, say I need for engage youth there. He lay farm, employ people in there. He buy okada, give some youth man them. He change palm tree bridge them to concrete bridge. Of course the palm tree we one can stand now we KOYA chiefdom, then just believe in palm tree bridge. And then crying which is self the day, he will need accept again a KOYA chiefdom, to be honest. Because palm tree na trigger for watching a spoil quick. So concrete more guaranteed than palm tree bridge. So or you thought of it say we need for take all the palm tree bridge and other KOYA chiefdom there and replace them with concrete bridge. So the candidate for the APC now one of the record in other way set straight for convert all the palm tree bridge and then villages them, turn them to concrete bridge. So Oyi don work a lot in the KOYA chiefdom and motivate over 2,000 people them for make the register, get the voters ID card. So whether we like it or not, KOYA chiefdom is for APC, and the candidate will emerge for that particular chiefdom day na Oyi Isa Kurma. And this gentleman, of course, I don't give some of his biography, and I forget one because the most important one also when now the youth livement entertainment when na football. Now man will sponsor many villages there with football kits, a promote football, a love football. Even this AFCON, they go Cameroon for go support with darling Leo Star. So how beautiful it is. So my family, who know any part of this one, when I get for call with people in KOYA and tell them say for permanent and progressive development, they need for vote for Oyi, because Oyi na he know the people there. In a son of the soil, and Indo invest at the KOYA chiefdom on youth man them, na Indo engage youth man on entertainment, on progressive things. Even the agenda for the President Bill for fight against hunger, or he dey before the agenda, because for make one man get 20-acre rice plantation na salon e no easy, or he get am. So my family make we make am point of duty say we need for campaign and rallying behind this candidate wey the APC don present for that constituency dey, constituency 073, wey na the KOYA chiefdom side, for make Oyi win am and go na parliament. Simple. So my family, on that note, me Mahmoud Kanu with the great program Salomon Full under SLD TV, Sierra Leone Diaspora Television. I just say make a can do some random topic, for introduce this new page to me fans them, supporters them, followers them on Facebook, and I make me all know back see. I get for day also now, of course, TikTok, WhatsApp, you call them YouTube, Instagram, of course, them particular which is save the day, then social media the day. I get for become active, because now the way the salon politics done dey, we need more sensitization, and we need for make the awareness reach to each and every Sierra Leoneans in the doorsteps globally. Now make this program we are called Salomon Full, where they operate under SLD TV. They try for make the general public know say where they come and we they come for good. Of course, I know say people always they miss the common sense analysis, and they get for come. Then common sense analysis they get for come, and we get for make more of them, for make una know say SLD TV na a program, na a television station where they host most of the programs them, be it breaking news, entertainment, fashion, sport, all the things, and they will get for Kamuta under this television station. But the main program right now what they use under this SLD TV na we call Salomon Full. Of course, this great program Salomon Full, the Facebook page they also we are streaming this program live. As you see the right in the way they scroll down, Facebook name Salomon Full. If you type, I will see them. The WhatsApp number and the YouTube link also na SLD TV. I get Instagram SLD TV /TV/ TikTok also the. So of course this SLD TV na a television station with the for all Sierra Leoneans them, and this na a worldwide, na a global television station on social media, because we know say we need for break certain information to act, because we want make each and everybody when a Sierra Leonean understand each and every topic okay with now, understand that in totals, and we not only the talker, we get also for the flip videos them, show some evidence and talk about them, analyze them, and make sure say the program become more interesting. Trust me, this program now one of your favorite program then where you get for make use of. When it comes to promotion, of course the SLD TV, Sierra Leone Diaspora Television, they promote any kind of event where you invite her on, whether na married, party, anniversary, birthday, funeral, all the things. Sierra Leone Diaspora Television will represent it. Na make right now, we don't build up the gadgets there, we don't widen with viewers them rising, we don't make the whole television station not become interesting to people them. Of course, I get for see faces there now, when I say get for glad for say yes, I did for the follow this television station SLD TV with a great program wey I call Saloma No Fool. Of course, indeed, Saloma will not fool. Saloma No Fool are just patient to patient. We over patient, in fact, because we believe in certain slogan or proverbs that will say, take 10 kill ants, make it see in blood. You know, if you fool Saloma till you feel say you don't fool and gone. But that fool way the fooler, the Saloma in the take I say, now observe and observe. Indeed, observation is very important. Now so science and technology take calm. You know, from observation, I did draw conclusion. When Saloma don't observe, he draw in conclusion. When he bounce, he don't do. Right now, nobody will able to predict Saloma behavior right now. All these precisely goes to Saloma will just set them out. As I say 2023 election, boom, I tell the beginning you watch them, see what they cannot do. Because right now, they don't get that freedom of expression. And I no talk or comment anything or grumble safe, you know, they take and go lock am or give am up justice as the man maybe don't say, or do this to them, you know. So all what they do, they keep them cool until the time when they get that right, say they are now right now for can't choose or for can't express with feelings out. I tell you go no say Saloma no fool. Indeed, Saloma will not fool. Now over patient. Of course, this great program now, you know, one of the interesting program at the social media, and me Mahmoud Kano with the OC's program, I don't decide now say for the camp frequently now on Facebook Live because I don't get the gadgets here most of the way I did, and the gadgets here I need to make use of them. And this television station, trust me, that television station we get for enjoy. Please help me for share, help me also for make another people they know about this television station. Then we all go to get a nice. No matter what happen, we get for the car life at this television station for the discuss certain hot topics there. So my family, on that note, I will tell you a plenty thank you for the listening pleasure. I will tell you a plenty thank you for the watchful pleasure. Me Mahmoud Kano again, known as Siki Mahmoud from KOYA again, commonly called Saloma No Fool, on the SLD TV, see alone the Aspa television. Now me they say bye bye and tata for now until we meet again. Thank you very much.